Now I am explaining the procedure and steps for practical problems so that all the rectangles of given area, the square has the smallest perimeter. So how to solve this sum? We are writing the procedure and the steps. Step 1. Identify the two variables and one constant which are given in the question. See, for the example, in the above example, area A is the given constant because you are given area, and length L and breadth B are the two variables. Step 2. Write down a relation connecting with given constant and variables. Express one variable in terms of other and mark it as the equation 1. For example, in the above cases, in the above example, A equal to L into B because area of the rectangle equal to length into breadth, where A is constant and L and B are the variables. We have expressed B, one variable, in terms of the other variable L, and we have marked it as 1. Now step 3. Identify the term which is to be maximized or minimized and express it in terms of the two variables taken above. In the above example, perimeter P of the rectangle is to be minimized because smallest perimeter minimized, and the relation is P equal to 2 times length plus breadth. Step 4. Express the term which is to be maximized or minimized in terms of the single variable with the help of equation 1 and equation 1 which is marked above. In the above example, we have P equal to 2 into length plus breadth, that is equal to 2 bracket L plus, instead of B, A by L. This relation we have taken from equation 1. Step 5. Now we have to proceed with the steps of non-practical problems serially, and hence we can solve the practical sum in this way. Example 1. Prove that the perimeter of a right angle triangle of given hypotenuse is maximum when the triangle is isosceles. Solution. First we have to identify the two variables. So here two variables are, here hypotenuse has given, so let it be constant L. Let hypotenuse equal to L, which is constant, and base equal to Y, and perpendicular equal to X, which are the two variables. Now we have to find the relation. So let base angle equal to theta. Therefore, cos theta equal to Y by L. It means Y equal to L cos theta, and sin theta equal to X by L. That is X equal to X sin theta. No, L sin theta. Now, perimeter equal to X plus Y plus L, that is X equal to L sin theta plus L cos theta plus L. Therefore, dP by d theta equal to L cos theta minus L sin theta plus 0. For maxima or minima, dP d theta equal to 0. Therefore, L cos theta minus L sin theta equal to 0 implies tan theta equal to 1 equal to tan pi by 4. So theta equal to pi by 4. Now we are marking this one as 1. We are going to the top Differentiating again, we are getting d square p by d theta square equal to minus L sin theta minus L cos theta. Therefore, at theta equal to pi by 4, d square p by d theta square equal to minus L sin minus L cos. Therefore, minus L by root 2 minus L by root 2, that is minus 2L by root 2, which is less than 0. Therefore, theta equal to pi by 4 is the point of maxima, and the maximum value will obtain by replacing theta equal to pi by 4. Therefore, maximum value of x equal to L sin theta, that is L into sin, which is L by root 2, and maximum value of y equal to L cos theta, therefore L into cos pi by 4, that is, therefore x equal to y equal to L by root 2. Since two sides are equal, hence triangle is isosceles. Proved. Now we are going to the next example. Example 2. A wire of length 28 meter is to be cut into two pieces. One of the pieces is to be made into a circle and the other into a square. Where should the wire be cut so that their combined area is minimum? Solution. So one is circle, another is a square. So let radius of the circle equal to r and side of equal to x. Therefore, perimeter of circle is 2 pi r plus perimeter of the square is 4x, that is equal to 28. So from here we are getting 4x equal to 28 minus 2 pi r. Therefore, x equal to 14 minus pi r divided by 2. We are marking this one as 1. So we have taken the two variable r and x, and this is the relation. We have converted one variable in terms of the other variable. Now, the term which is to be maximized or minimized is their combined area. Let A be the combined area. Let A be the combined area. Combined area, that is pi r square plus x square. So therefore, what will get? Pi r square plus 14 minus pi r by 2 whole square. So that is, we may write pi r square plus 7 minus, which is pi r square plus 49 plus pi square r square by 4 minus 7 pi r. This is E. Differentiating with respect to r, dA by dr, that is equal to 2 pi r 0 plus pi square r by 2 minus 7 pi. For maxima or minima, we have dA by dr equal to 0, and we have to solve the equation. Therefore, dA by dr equal to 0 implies 2 pi r plus pi square by 2 minus 7 pi equal to 0. So from here, r equal to 14 by 4 plus pi. Now differentiating 1 again. So what will get? D square a by dr square, that is equal to 2 pi plus pi square by 2 minus 0. So when r equal to 14 by 4 plus pi, d square a by dr square equal to 2 pi plus, which is greater than 0. Therefore, it is minimum. So r equal to 14 by 4 plus pi is the point of minima. Perimeter of the circle equal to 2 pi r, 2 pi into 14 by 4 plus pi, that is 28 pi by 4 plus pi. Hence, the wire should cut at this length from one end. This is the answer. Example 3. A printed page is to have a total area of 80 centimeters square with a margin of 1 semi at the top and on each side, and a margin of 1.5 centimeter from the bottom. What should be the dimension of the page so that the printed area will be maximum? Solution. So diagram already I have drawn. This is the printed page whose length is y, breadth is x. Inside it is the printed area. This is the printed area. Margin 1, 1, 1, and from the bottom margin is 1.5. So what are the two variables? Let dimension of the printed page, let the dimension of the page be x centimeter and y centimeter. Therefore, a given relation xy equal to 80 implies y equal to 80 by x. Number 1. Now printed area, measurement of the printed area, let A equal to area of the printed portion. So therefore if it is x, so that length will be x minus 2 and into y minus 2.5. As a result, xy minus 2.5x minus 2y plus 5. So we are replacing y by x. So therefore this is 80 2.5x minus 2 by x, so 160 by x plus 5. This is A. Differentiating with respect to x, dA by dx equal to 0, 2.5 minus plus 160 by x square plus 0. For maxima or minima, dA by dx equal to 0. Therefore, dA by dx equal to 0 implies minus 2.5 plus 160 by x square equal to 0, from equal to 8. Further, again differentiating with respect to x, we'll get d2a by dx2 equal to 0, minus 320 by x cube. Therefore, at x equal to 8, d2a by dx2 equal to minus 320 by 8 cube, which is less than 0. And therefore less than 0 means it is, therefore x equal to 8 is the point of maxima, hence corresponding value of y equal to 80 by x, 80 by 8 equal to, so therefore dimension of the page is 10 centimeter and 8 centimeter. Example 4. A window is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. The total perimeter of the window is 10 meter. Find the dimension of the window to admit maximum light through it. To admit maximum light through it means surface area of the rectangle plus semicircle together will be maximum. Solution. Let one side of the window rectangle, let one side of rectangle equal to y meter and radius of semicircle x meter. So therefore breadth of rectangle equal to 2x meter. What is given? Given perimeter equal to 10 meter. Perimeter means what? Pi r, that is the curved portion, plus y plus 2x, this is 2x, this is y, equal to 10. So from here we are getting, it is pi x, so we are getting 2y plus pi x plus 2x equal to 10. So therefore y equal to 10 minus pi x minus 2x divided by 2. Now let combine area of semicircle plus rectangle. So half pi r square plus length into breadth, that is half pi x square plus 2x y. So that is equal to half pi x square plus 2y equal to x into 10 minus pi x minus 2x. Open the bracket. Half pi x square minus 10x minus pi x square minus 2x square. So we should differentiate now. Therefore dA by dx equal to pi x plus 10 minus 2 pi x minus 4x. For maxima or minima, dA by dx equal to 0. Therefore pi x plus 10 minus 2 pi x minus 4x equal to 0. So as a result 10 equal to pi x plus 4x. Therefore x equal to 10 by 4 plus pi. Further differentiating, d square a by dx square. So what will get? It is pi plus 0 minus 2 pi minus 4. So therefore minus pi plus 4. So when x equal to 10 by 4 plus pi d2a by dx2 equal to minus of 4 plus pi, which is less than 0. So therefore maxima, so x equal to, therefore x equal to 10 by 4 plus pi is the point of maxima, and corresponding value of y equal to 10 minus pi x minus 2x divided by 2. So which is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi into pi plus 2. We'll get finally example 5. So that the height of the cylinder of maximum volume that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R is 2 capital R by root 3. Also find the maximum volume of the cylinder. Solution. Diagram already I have drawn. Let h be the height and R be the radius of the cylinder, and it is given that capital R is the of the sphere. So in step 1 already have completed two variable h and R, and the given constants capital R. We are going to the step 2, that is we have to write a relation between these three. So we have 2r whole square plus h square equal to 2 capital R whole square, that is 4r square plus h square equal to 4 capital R square. So from here r square equal to 1 by 4, 4 capital R square minus h square. We are going to the third step. Therefore identify the term which is to be maximized or minimized. So we have to find the volume of the cylinder which is to be maximized. So let V equal to volume of cylinder, which is pi r square h, that is pi h, and r square is 1 by 4, 4 capital R square minus h square. So therefore what we get, pi by 4, 4r square h minus h cube. This is V. Therefore differentiating with respect to h, dv by dh equal to pi by 4, 4 capital R square minus 3 h square. For maxima or minima, we have dv by dh equal to 0. We are going to the top. From here we will start again. So dv by dh equal to 0 implies pi by 4, 4r square minus 3h square equal to 0. This implies 3h square equal to 4 capital R square. that is h square equal to 4 by 3, h equal to 2 by root 3 capital R. Now differentiating again, with respect to h, so what will get d2v by dh2, that is equal to, from here, that is equal to 0 minus pi by 4 into 6h. So we are replacing the value when h equal to 2r by root 3 d square v by dh square equal to minus 4 pi by 4 into 6 into 2r by root 3, which is less than 0. Therefore maximum. So therefore h equal to 2r by root 3 is the point of maximum root. Now second part you have to do, that is also find the maximum volume of the cylinder. Therefore corresponding value of small r equal to, corresponding value of small r is r square equal to 1 by 4, 4r square minus h square. So replace the value of h square equal to 4 by 3 r square. So 1 by 4, 4r square minus 4 by 4r square by 3. So therefore what we'll get? Therefore we are getting from here r square equal to 1 by 4 into 8r square by 3, therefore 2r square by 3, and the maximum volume equal to pi r square h, pi 2r square by 3, and h is 2r by root 3. Therefore 4 pi by 3 root 3 r cube. So this is the answer. Example 6. An open box with a square base is to be made out of a given cardboard of area c square unit, so that the maximum volume of the box is c cube by 6 root 3 cubic units. Solution. Let dimension of the box be x, y unit. Also let V be the volume and total surface area equal to S. So this is what is the first condition? First we have identified the variables. Now we have to write the relation with the given condition. C square is the total surface area of the box, that is the area of the cardboard. So therefore S equal to base area x square plus area of the 4 wall 4xy. So this is the given, and that is equal to c square. So from here we will get y equal to c square minus x square by 4x. Now volume of the box equal to base area into height, that is x square into c square minus x square by 4x, that is x into c square minus x square by 4. Further we may write c square x minus x cube divided, this is equal to, now dv by dx equal to c square minus 3x square by 4. For maxima or minima, dv by dx equal to 0. Come to the top. So dv by dx equal to 0 implies c square minus 3x square by 4 equal to 0. From here we are getting x square equal to c square by 3. So x equal to c by root 3. Differentiating again, d2 by dx2 equal to, from here, minus 3 by 4 into 2x. So therefore, when x equal to c by root 3, d2v by dx2 equal to minus 3 by 4 into 2 into c by, which is less than 0. Therefore, maxima. So when x equal to c by root 3, the volume of the box is maximum. Corresponding value of y equal to c square minus x square by 4x. So c square minus x square will be c square by 3 divided by 4c by root 3. So then y becomes 2c square into root 3 by 3 into 4c. So it becomes c by 2 root 3. Hence volume equal to x square y, that is c by root 3 whole square into y is c by 2 root 3. Therefore c cube by 6 root 3 cubic unit. Answer. Example 7. Show that the altitude of a right circular cone of maximum volume that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R is 4r by 3. Also show that the maximum volume of the cone is 8 by 27 of the volume of the sphere. Solution. Let small r equal to radius of cone, h equal to height of the cone, and capital R radius of sphere. It is a constant. So now we have to identify the relation. What relation we can write? R square plus h minus capital R whole square equal to capital R square by Pythagoras theorem. So R square plus h square minus 2hr plus, so then what will get? R square equal to 2h capital R minus now volume of the cone V equal to, let V be the volume of cone equal to 1/3 pi R square h, 1/3 pi h, and R square is 2h capital R minus h square. So we may write pi by 3 multiply h inside 2h square capital R minus h cube. Therefore dv by dh, that is equal to pi by 3 4h capital R 3h square. Starting from here, for maxima or minima, we have dv by dh equal to 0. So therefore pi by 3 4h capital R minus 3h square equal to, so from here 4R minus 3h equal to 0 as, so h equal to 4R by 3. So now differentiating again with respect to h, d square v by dh square equal to pi by 3 4 capital R minus 6h, when h equal to 4R by 3 d square v by dh square pi by 3 4 big R minus 6 into 4R by 3. So it should be minus pi by 3 into 12R by 3, which is less than 0. Therefore it is maxima. So h equal to 4R by 3. Now we have to find the volume. We have to find the ratio of the volume of cone and the sphere. So before that, find corresponding value of R from R square equal to 2 capital R, h is 4R by 3, 4R by 3 whole square. So therefore 8R square by 3 minus, so 9 will get, this is equal to 8R square by 9. Now volume of cone divided by volume of sphere equal to 1/3 pi R square h, 4/3 pi R cube. Cancel, pi cancel, R square it, 8R square by 9, 4R by 3 divided by 4 R cube. So that is R square R cube. R cube get cancelled, 4 to the 4 cancel, so 8 by 20. Therefore volume of cone equal to 8 by 27 into volume of sphere. Proved. Example number 8. So that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of the maximum volume and of given slant height is cos inverse 1 by root 3 or tan inverse root 2 or sin inverse whole thing root 2 by 3. Solution. Let R is radius of cone, h equal to actual height, L equal to slant height, which is constant, theta is semi-vertical angle. We have R square plus h square equal to, so that is R square equal to L square minus V equal to volume of cone. Volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r square h, 1/3 pi h. So therefore what you get, pi by 3 multiply h inside, L square h minus h cube. Therefore dv by dh 3L square minus 3h square. For maxima or minima, we have dv by dh equal to 0. So dv by dh equal to 0 means dv by dh implies pi by 3 L square minus 3h square equal to 0. So that is h square equal to L square by 3. It means h equal to L by root 3. Differentiating again, what will get? Differentiating again, d square v by dh square equal to pi by 3 0 minus 6h. So that is minus 2 pi h, when h equal to L by root 3, d square v by dh square equal to minus 2 pi into L by root 3, which is less than 0, and therefore maxima, and hence h equal to L by root 3, and corresponding value of r is r square equal to L square minus, that is L square minus L by 2L square by 3. Therefore r equal to root 2 by root 3 L. Now if theta is sin theta equal to r by L, r by L equal to root over 2 by 3 implies semi-vertical angle sine inverse. Similarly, tan theta equal to r by h, r equal to divided by h equal to L by root 3. It means root 2. So semi-vertical angle theta tan inverse root 2. Further, cos theta equal to h by L, L by root 3 by L, 1 by root 3. Therefore semi-vertical angle theta equal to cos inverse 1 by root 3. Proved.